this is Loretta again, and today we're going to try something called color block painting. It's pretty much just blocks of color that you've blocked off with masking tape. I already got this started. I'll show you what you're going to need for this. Just a canvas that you can get. They have them just about everywhere now. Hobby stores, Myers, Walmart, they have them. And masking tape, and then paint in the bottles, acrylic paint. You can get those very cheaply, and you can do whatever colors you want. I'm doing a blue and greenish combination because that's the color I need in my bedroom. I've got various things here to help me, because we're going to do a little bit different. Instead of just a plain color, we're going to use different, little bit different techniques on each block to see what we come up with. And this are actually potato that I carved to get the little square shape and the little heart shape, and I'll be talking about that in a few minutes. And then some water for our brushes, or a brush, and then I just have a wide paintbrush here. Just about any kind of paintbrush will work for this technique. You don't have to be detailed or anything. And then I have a plate for blending my colors, and then I have my plate with my paint on it. So first thing we're going to do is you're going to take your masking tape and just block off areas. Just have fun with it, do whatever you want. It will peel off once it's dry. I think I'll do something like this here. Just make sure it overlaps on the corners. Don't press real hard, because canvas will get dents in it very easily. I see I'm a little short on the end, because we're going to be doing the sides too. So you want to make sure the side is covered. So I need to line this up like that. Make sure it overlaps on the sides. Okay. And you will see I have mine covered with masking tape on the corners and, the edges. Okay. So we're going to start out with just this pretty teal that I have here, and I really like this a lot. And just, I can go right up into the masking tape, no big deal. And gonna go on the edges like so. And I'll have to wash this table when I'm done, I see, because I forgot to put down some paper. And then I'm just going to smooth it out. This brush is a little rough. So, okay, so there I have one block done. And I'll wash my brush. Dry the brush. Got that. Oh, there. Okay. Dry my brush. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit of, put this right here, maybe you can see it better. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the blue and a little bit of the green. So I'm going to end up like this. I don't know if you can see that. I'm tipped one side in blue, one side in green. And then I'm going to just start here and just start painting. And I'm just overlapping because I want that two-tone effect. So I'm going to go back, dip it in blue, dip it in green, make sure it's the same corners, and just start brushing. And go back, load more on there. Blue, green. Try to stay over the same colors that you started with. Smooth that out. Okay, you see the kind of variegated effect we get there? All right, now rinse this out. And this time I'm going to do the teal on one corner and white on the other corner. And then we'll do this, we'll do this over here. And teal, white. This is also a good way if you want to make a sky. You can just start out with, I'll tip that up so you can see what I'm doing. And then same thing over here. You start it with a darker color, and then you've got the white. See how it kind of blends? That's great for doing skies, horizons. Okay, I think I'll do just a plain blue right in here. Just be careful that you don't overlap, because you want those white lines to be in there. Okay, there's that one. This is pretty quick. It's not like, it's not going to be as time consuming as painting an entire picture of flowers or something. Okay, this time I think I'll do green and white, and I'll do that over here. Green and white, and just tip it. Okay, now I have to do the edges, so I'm going to dip it again and just color that, paint that edge. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can. Okay. Okay. All right, we've got some good combinations there. This time I am going to do, let's see, got a little bit different shade of blue here. It's not much of a big difference between the others, so, but we're gonna do blue and white on this one. And just go this way. Just make sure that when you're angling your brush, you keep it at the same angle so you're painting over the same colors until you move your brush. So I'm going to go back and dip white that side, blue that side. I'm going to give it a little dip here because I do not want a ton of paint on these edges. Okay, smooth that out. Okay, and we only have 2 blocks left. See how quick this is? So we'll do, we don't want to do 1 block white because you're going to have white from these masking tape when you remove it. So we're running out of color combinations here. So we're just going to do 1 whole green do that right here. Make sure you do the edges. Just be really careful that you stay in those confines of the masking tape. Okay. And the last one I'll do is, I think I'll mix the blue and the white right here and get like a totally new color here. And like I said, you can do anything with this you want. Just picking up a little bit of the green, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Got a little dab of something in there. And you could do different color combinations. I mean, you could do a red and green for Christmas. You could do, if you have a red room, you could do different shades of red, orange, whatever color you need for the decor that you're dealing with. Okay, so now our color blocks are done. It's acrylic paint, so it will dry really fast. The one that I started with has already dried. So now I'm going to go in and pick up my little potato heart here, and I think I will just dip it in some white and just dab it a little bit to make sure there's not too much on there, and then I'll just stamp some white. And I will show you how to do like that. We'll do one more right there. Okay. And that was not intentional. So that's okay though. All right. So we did some white hearts there. I will do some little blue here, like that, and maybe a little of this teal dipped in the blue here. It's kind of cool. Alright, and I might do a couple blue hearts. It's gonna have a little bit of that blue showing through, but that's okay. I'll do one here, maybe one here. Okay. Also, I'll show you that potato here in a minute. Also, I'm going to dip a toothbrush in white, and this is kind of messy, but for this one right here, we're gonna do just flick it with your finger, and it will splatter the paint. Kind of gives it a cool look. And then, and you can do that with any colors. I just like white because it gives it a little bit of a universe effect. I'm going to take my little foam brush here, and you could use anything, and just maybe add some lines here and there. Kind of different. And last thing that I will do is use, oh, I forgot the end of this, and make some little circles, and maybe we'll use green for that. Just dab it, and you can do this any way you want. Just kind of cool to just do what you want with it. Okay, we're gonna call that good. It looks really busy right now, but once you see when I pull that masking tape off, we're gonna have some white lines. It's gonna look pretty neat. Let me talk to you about the potato stamper. All I did was slice a potato in half, my trusty knife here, and then I used a pencil, which I don't have with me right now, and I drew with the pencil a heart shape. Maybe I can do it with my finger. Yeah, kind of. And then I just used my knife, and be really careful with this part, and just kind of dug into it a little bit. And you want to dig in to your potato enough that when you take a little slice on the edge, it's going to not cut into the, you have to be careful with this, of course, not cut into the stamp, which, okay. So, and then you can also, if that's not deep enough, you don't feel like you're going to go again, and then shave it away. This works really well with simple shapes. If you start getting into more difficult ones, better have some practice on that. But, okay. So then we cut that away, and then you can take your little knife and kind of smooth away the rough edges. Just pick it away, which I got a gouge there. Just pick away the rough edges, and you can make more of a heart shape by digging out that center. And it works, like I said, really good with simple shapes, hearts, stars, anything like that. And then you just you've created a stamp. Okay, so, and then you just throw it away when you're done. So, okay, and now I have potato on my painting. Okay, this isn't quite dry, but I want to take off the masking tape and hopefully be able to show you what that's going to look like. It should just peel off pretty nicely. And you want to be careful because this paint is still a little wet, so it would be best to let it dry completely, which doesn't take too long. I think I'll tear that. I think I'll lay that down and cut this off before I end up getting it everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I should have let it dry, but okay. And when you're painting, which is a mistake that I made, you should try to stay with the if you can go this way, which I did not do on this part. I went against it, and it forced some of the paint underneath the masking tape, which was my mistake. So you can see it's a lot cleaner when I went with the edge of the masking tape. It makes a much cleaner edge, and I just neglected to do that. So, okay. So ignore that part. Pretend it's not there. Okay. See, I did it there, and see how clean those edges are. That's what you want. And it can be achieved if you do it the right way, which I did not do. So you'll see here I went against it. There we go. But you get the idea. It's kind of an abstract art project. Okay. And there we go. The paint is still a little wet, but there is our interesting painting. You can hang it any way that you want. But like I said before, when you put down your paint, make sure you're going either this way over the tape or beside the tape. Don't press into the tape like I did here, because that's what happens right there. But you'll get good, crisp, clean lines if you go with the tape. Okay, there we go. Kind of a strange, interesting painting. And the potato stamper that I showed you. You can use that. You can do different shapes. You can just color them all, paint them all one color, not do the blending, if that's what you want. And that's great. So you're painting, you can do it the way you want. You're the artist. Okay, that's it for this one. And we'll see what happens with the next one. Thanks.